Take your life to the Lord Jesus Christ.
What are you doing here?
I am preaching.
You're preaching. I'm going to require you to go away.
You can never.
Okay, then I will arrest you for a breach of peace. Plain and simple.
What breach of peace?
It's what you're doing at the moment. You're causing problems, you're disturbing people's days, and you're breaching their peace. Okay, so for that to be dealt with, if you won't go away voluntarily, we will have to arrest you.
I will not go away. Because
So, folks, what you just saw was a very brief clip of free speech in action in the United Kingdom.
Free speech in the UK. No wonder they want to leave.
So, since you've seen free speech in other countries, please support our free speech by becoming a Patreon person, or perhaps help, one-time donation at PayPal, whatever helps.
Right, we have a new PayPal way to pay.
You know what else? If you really don't want to throw money at us, as much as we would love that, you can also like, subscribe, and share. That also very much helps, or follow, depending on what button or account you're using this on.
Exactly.
Now, getting back to the video,
Right.
that's rather concerning. Bible-grabbing police people. It's people have all these visions of police dressed in black breaking down the door and stealing your guns. Well, now they're after your Bible.
Well, this poor guy, all he was doing, he was at a subway station.
Outside, yes.
Yeah, outside, and he was outside the subway station as people were going in, and he had his Bible, as you can see in the video, and he was just telling what he thought was the truth of Jesus. He has every right to do that. I mean, and the most interesting thing was the police officer who arrested him said, "Well, you should have thought of this before you became a racist." Well,
Yeah. the white police officer,
Right,
the
right,
white
right.
British police officer
right,
telling the Nigerian immigrants.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and it gets even worse. You have an article from...
This is from Christian. Well, according to DailyMail.com, specifically reported by Christian Broadcasting News.
Right.
This is a response from the Metropolitan Police spokesman
from London. Yeah.
The Met respects and I have to do it in English. Sorry. The Met respects and upholds the rights of all individuals to practice freedom of speech.
That's too gay. Much too gay.
Well, it's just perfect. It's English.
I know,
And this includes street preachers of all religious backgrounds. However, if their language someone uses is perceived as being potentially a hate crime, it is only right that we investigate. It was deemed appropriate to remove this man from the area.
Now, it doesn't. I saw that. We all heard that. I'm really interested in the language. It was deemed appropriate to remove him from the area. By whom was it deemed? Nobody knows who does the deeming. Is there a minister of deeming of speech?
It was the white police officer, I suppose. What I find particularly remarkable is that, or much more scary, is if you are perceived as hate speech. So, why couldn't the street preacher claim that, the police officer, he perceived this officer to be hate speech? Why, if I see a Muslim saying anything from the Quran, can I just say, well, I perceive
there's an idea. Let's all fly to London and let's find every imam, every Muslim street preacher in the UK, and let's say, "Oh, excuse me, officer, I deem this to be offensive.
I perceive it as offensive.
I perceive it, and you must deem what I perceive." Okay.
Or even better, we could go to the Metropolitan Police and say, "I perceive what you are doing as hate speech."
That's right.
So arrest yourself.
So arrest yourself. I'll lock you up.
But thankfully he was unarrested.
Right.
Or de-arrested.
Now, how do you get de-arrested? It actually uses the word de-arrested.
It might be a British thing.
So many things are British.
The guy's name was Olo. We can't pronounce the full name because we're a bunch of...
We're not Nigerian, okay?
Dumb white people.
All right, we're just stupid white supremacists.
You can say that all you want. I am loving my Middle Eastern self.
No, you're an Armenian. You're not even white.
No, I'm not.
He's not even white.
But I get called a white Nazi supremacist anyway, so it's like, I guess I get the worst of both worlds. Okay.
Yeah.
In any case, this gentleman was released, and he did. I'm not sure if he got his Bible back or not.
He got his Bible back, and he also is going to be repaid the £3,000 that he was fined. He was fined £3,000,
$2,500.
$2,500.
Yeah.
So he's going to get his money back, and he's going to get his Bible back. So all's well. And the judge who handed down the decision was very clear about how wrong the Metropolitan Police are trying to police speech on the we don't have the exact quote, but it was something to the effect that a person's right to speak in public is inviolable. You cannot violate that under British law.
Now, the real scary, this is the final point I want to make. This is the really scary thing for me, is that, yes, it did end on a happy note, as did the gay cake baker thing and a lot of other examples. But I wonder, would it have ended so well were there not such a strong public outcry? I mean, something like over 30,000 people signed a petition to release this guy. British people. Not even Americans.
That's a good point, Alex, because all of you out there, remember that your rights are only going to be protected if you fight for them. If you expect them to be handed out to you by the police or by the judges,
or even by the Constitution.
By the Constitution. No, you have to fight for them. And one of the most effective ways, as Alex can demonstrate, is that use the press. Use the press, use the media to kick up a storm and kick up a following, and
y'all have cameras in your pocket.
Cause trouble, cause a kerfuffle. Right? A famous person once told me to cause trouble, and I did.
A name far too prominent to mention.
Far too prominent to even mention. Anyway, that's all for today. That's the update on the UK preacher. Thanks very much for following us and sending us money on PayPal. We appreciate it, and we'll be back to you.
Please continue to do so. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, or follow. Thank you so much, my wonderful. We love you too much. Okay, bye-bye. Hugs and kisses. Okay.
We're going to send him back to DC.
What? Okay, racist.
Bye.